when you start talking in the offseason about what some other people should not do or say, or what not over here, someone's going to call you out eventually. And someone's going to say, if you're not living what you're actually preaching. Because some people may believe that Micah is a kind of guy who gets in front of the camera and kind of says all the right things at times, but behind closed doors may not be actually living those things out. So what's going to eventually happen is they're going to have a moment where, guys are going to say, hey, you didn't do X, Y, and Z. You got so much to say about me over here, but you're not doing this over here. And that's going to be that contentious thing that they're going to have to deal with in the locker room, whether it be Tank or whether it be another teammate, because as Micah goes along in this interview with Stephen A. Smith, he then talks about his interaction with Jerry Jones at Super Bowl. Right. He talks about, hey, Jerry and I were staying in the same hotel. We happen to bump into each other. I see him. We talk. He gives me a couple more tickets for my boys, and we spend hours in the suite talking football. And he's like, hey, we talked about the guys that I want, who I want to play with, and who I want to be around. And he starts like being very specific, like not just, hey, like, best available guy. Let's just, I'll let Will McClay handle that. He gets specific. He gets like, hey, I want a guy in the interior. I want a big 330-pound dude in the interior. And if I'm a teammate, I'm sitting there, and if I'm Mozzie Smith, I'm going, hey, dude, hi. I know that I lost a couple pounds, but I was supposed to be that. If I'm Big Hankins, I'm sitting there going, hey, my boy, I stepped on the scale this morning. I'm actually 320. I'm actually 330. Like it's saying what I want while also saying the guy that we currently have, y'all ain't really cutting it. Y'all ain't really cutting what I need to be cutting right now. So it's certain things like that you're gonna have to come to a point where you're just like, shh, because I get what you're saying, but you're actually throwing your teammates under the bus in the same instance.
And I think that is just like I just watched a little while ago, Micah with Stephen A. Smith and responding to Tank's comments and then talking about this stuff. What's interesting about it is you can tell that Mike, it's almost like the athletes want to be singers or rappers and musicians want to be athletes and everybody wants to be everything. Like Micah wants to do this world. Micah wants to be part of this world. Like he wants to play the games, but he also wants to be Stephen A. Smith. And like you can tell by the way he's talking, like he wants to be like, yeah, and I think that I should be a voice in the NFL community that's an analyst and is breaking the things down. And when you're also on a team at the same time, that gets dangerous.